Some days it's really easy to drive. I mean, driving's not that hard. You know, steer, step on a couple pedals, big deal. Not that difficult. But out of those, kids that don't know how to drive, it seems like it's a difficult thing. It's really not. It's not all that hard. The hard part is looking out for the idiots that aren't paying attention to what they're doing. So like I was saying, most of the times I find driving fairly easy. Other times I have a helper on my lap. Cutie. Yeah. And sometimes she stands like across my lap directly in front of the steering wheel, which if I'm on the freeway, like when we road trip down to Palm Springs, not a big deal. Mostly going straight with just a few slight little weaves of the wheel. And if she lays down on my leg, half on my leg, half on the armrest, not a big deal. Still okay. She gets to see out the window. I gotta make sure I lock the windows so you can't roll them down, because those tiny little paws of hers always hit the window buttons. And if the window's down far enough, that little bitch is jumping out. She will. I know she looks like she's just this cute little harmless wouldn't hurt fly puppy, except fog up the window. See the window fog and the little snoot prints there? Yeah, those are fun to clean off. But she is a wackadoodle. Absolute wackadoodle. Barks at everything and everyone. Wants to meet people. Wags her little tail. Wagga, 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 wagga. But if someone actually looks at her that she doesn't know, she starts howling. Sometimes she pees. And then she barks at him for like 20 minutes. If someone new comes over to the house. And it's just my luck that the guy that does I do Bible study with, no, I'm not gonna say it. Fuck it. She's a good dog. She just doesn't like people that she doesn't already know. She's not good at meeting new people. And it's just the initial. When my stepdaughter came to live with us, Cutie hadn't seen her that often. Not often enough that she gets used to her. Neighbor kid, Hunter's friend, barked her little head off at him at first. Now, he can just walk in the house. Not even knock, just walk in, which we're cool with. It's a good kid. And I told him to. Because when she hears the doorbell, she goes fucking crazy. So it's easier. Just come in. If it's unlocked, just walk in. Try the door. And then come in, and she's like, "Ooh, look who's here. Yay." And goes and says hi. But at first, she'd bark her head off, hide behind me, do this horrendous howl like she was sounded like the fucking Hound of the Baskervilles or some demon from hell. It was, you would expect to like go in the room and find like a 300-pound mutant dog just howling, because she's a tiny little dog. And instead of going yay, 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 she'd go roar like that. It was kind of fucking scary the first few times. And as she's gotten older, her voice got higher. I don't really understand that. So now she sounds more like she probably should, just by looking at her. And see, she is intently watching the kids. We're waiting for Hunter. We're pick him up from school. But where the fuck was I going with this? Oh yeah, so she howls with new people. Kaylin moved back to my house. My stepdaughter. And for the first week, he would not quit barking and yipping and howling at her every time she came into the room. But as the week progressed, the length, instead of barking at her for half an hour like when she first got there, she only barked at her for maybe a minute by the end of the first week. And now it's just if she, comes into a room and surprises Cutie if Cutie's sleeping, or if she was paying attention to something else. Caitlin walks in and she turns around with Glick real quick, and it's not me or the boy, and she's like, "Oh, never mind. You're cool. You could be here." But it does make driving a bit of a adventure. Fortunately, when I'm going somewhere, usually I got the kids in the car with me. At least one of them. Last 2 years has been me and the boy, and I can put her on the boy's lap. She'll stay there, or if the boy's in the car with me, she'll climb in the back seat and curl up and just take a nap on the back seat. That's what she does on the road trip. She'll sit on his lap for the first hour and then realize, we're not stopping anytime soon. I might as well take a nap. So that's what she'll do. But driving with a dog on your lap is definitely a bit of an adventure. I wouldn't have it any other way, because look at her cute little face that's not looking at the camera. Kitty, Kitty, hey, no, turn this way, the way I'm tapping. Kitty, yes, like that, see? She's cute. Such a cute little face. You just want to squish it, just go squish, 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 and then boop on the nose. Gotta boop the noses. They hate that.